Goals, bro. You're living the life I've always wanted to live. I get these comments every day, but it's a bit depressing because for some reason, those same people think that what I have achieved isn't achievable. They think that just because I have achieved that form of life, they cannot achieve it for themselves. Want to travel the world while working 9 to 5? And even better, want to travel the world while building the business of your dreams that gives you the freedom, the mobility, the flexibility to do whatever you want. Here are the 5 simple steps I followed to reduce the fear and make the leap to South America just 2 years ago. Find the right destination for you. Book the damn flight. Prepare for the travel, build, and explore and establish. Now I'm gonna break down those 5 steps in this video. If you like it, comment down below and enjoy. Number 1, find the right city, country, and region for you. Whatever you do here is not the end of the world. You can always pick up your stuff and move to another location in the snap of a finger if you don't enjoy it. But I will say environment plays a big role in your productivity. So if you're an entrepreneur like me, you need a city that supports that attitude. I was between Croatia, Thailand, and Colombia when I first chose to leave the United States in 2021. This was initially just a 3-month trip, but it has turned into a 2-year adventure. This is what I was looking for in a destination. I wanted to be close to my home time zone for my client meetings as I do run my own business. Number 2, I wanted quick access to the US in case of emergency. I'm from the United States. I wanted to be close to home for that purpose. I wanted access to fresh fruit and meat. My diet is really important to me, and I wanted to improve that when I left the United States. 4, I wanted an interesting and lively culture, and 5, I wanted to learn Spanish. So figure out what priorities are important to you. What will make your environment the most productive it can possibly be? For me, those priorities made my final decision really easy. Latin America it was. Number 2, book the damn flight. You're overthinking it. I promise you, you're overthinking it. Book your flight 1 to 3 months from now. No farther out, no sooner. The more you delay, the more you'll panic about the impending trip. And I promise you, you will panic, especially if this is the first solo trip in your life. Also, note of advice, book a one-way flight. You may love that location or you may hate it and want to try another city in the region faster than you imagined in the first place. So you don't want to trap yourself into an outgoing flight if you can help it. Number 3, prepare for your travel. So use the time before your flight to prepare your business, prepare yourself for what could be a very long time away from home. I didn't do this step that right because I didn't have anyone to guide me in this process. Here's what I would recommend after I made a lot of mistakes in this step of the process. Get a service provider you can use internationally. T-Mobile, I know, has an international plan. Google Fi, which I used, only gave me a limited time of international data, but I do keep my American number, which is valuable to me. Get a credit card you can use internationally. I use Chase Sapphire Preferred. Have someone, whether it's a parent, a friend, or someone you know, in your home country receive your mail. That's going to be very important, especially if you start applying for visas or residencies or citizenships. You need a home address in the United States, someone who's going to be reliable enough to collect documents there. Change addresses for all your important accounts to their address. So if you moved your mailing address to your uncle's house in Florida to reduce your state taxes, make sure that you change all of your accounts, your banking information, your credit cards, your shipping information, all that kind of stuff to that new address. Pack lightly. You need less than you think, I promise you. I lived in 15-liter backpack for about 2 years before I bought a home and updated my lifestyle a little bit. Number 4, land and start building. So there are 3 steps to this bigger step that I think are really important once you land in your home destination, your new home destination, and you really want to keep these in mind to make the most of that experience. Number 1, learn the language. Your first priority, if you're going to spend a while away from home, is to learn the language where you are. If you're in Southeast Asia or the Middle East, this is hard for us Westerners, for us Americans, Canadians, and Western Europeans. If you're in Latin America or Europe, this is not hard. Why? Similarities across the region. Thai is different from Japanese, is different from Vietnamese, is different from the 700 languages spoken in Indonesia. In Latin America, despite different accents and dialects, you'll learn and speak Spanish in no time. And Brazilian Portuguese is similar to Spanish. What's the best way to learn a language? Speak daily with a native. Who knows, you might just fall in love. Number 2, avoid loneliness at all costs. Another one of your priorities needs to be networking. Just like in the United States or wherever you're from, the quality of your network determines your direction in life. It's up to you to create your network, both online and person. Go to local meetups, prioritize expat and nomad connections, then meet locals through their introductions. This is a surefire way to never feel lonely and get socialized quickly in a new environment. The longer you spend solo, the more lonely you get, and you have to be intentional about connecting with others. Keep your eyes peeled on your favorite social platforms for upcoming events, and get out of your comfort zone. This is mandatory. And then finally, number 3, get into a routine. So there's something about a lack of a routine that will keep you on your toes, but that doesn't last forever. Figure out where you're most productive and when you're most productive during the day. Get your work done then and there. Then work out and get energized for the second half of your productive hour. For me, this is what my daily schedule looks like. 7 a.m., I go for a walk. 8 a.m., I work hard for 4 to 5 hours. That's deep work. At 12 or 1 p.m., I either lift weights or I go for an outdoor workout in the Andes Mountains. The sun is beaming down. It's a wonderful way to re-energize myself for the afternoon. At 2 p.m., I eat lunch, and at 3 p.m. through about 5, I do meetings. So I'm much more social in the afternoon. I'm much more creative in the morning. So when I have deep work in the morning, I'm able to get a lot done. In the afternoon, I'm much more able to express myself, and I can speak with my clients. I can speak with sales prospects. Meetings are ideal in the afternoon for me. About 5 p.m., I go for another walk to energize me for the evening. At 6 p.m., I eat dinner. And at 7 p.m., I hang out with my girlfriend or friends. Now, that schedule does not work for everyone, but it works for me. I found I'm most productive in the morning, and after a midday workout, I'm more sociable in the afternoon. So do some tinkering. This is the perfect time in your life to experiment. What you did at home won't serve you in this new phase of life. Mix it up. Finally, number 5, travel more and establish a home base. So the honeymoon phase is real. You will love your first few weeks and months in your new home location, but then it sets in. And I remember thinking, oh, I'm really doing it. This is my new life. The travel bug has bitten, and frankly, let it. Allow it to bite you. Explore the region. What else does Latin America or Southeast Asia have to offer? What's Eastern Europe like compared to the Western half? In each new city, stay at least 1 to 2 months to get a hang of the local culture and learn if you'd like to spend some more time there. Once you feel enamored with one place, spend a long time there. Essentially, however long your visa or tax situation might allow. Your goal is to determine if you'd like to set up a life there. I'd spent a collective 12 months in Colombia before deciding it was a good place to buy real estate and start a life with my girlfriend. We've now been dating for a year and a half, almost 2 years. Nomading is not a permanent way of life. I'm telling you, 99% of people cannot meet someone, build a family and business, and construct a life together while traveling the world. 99% of people. Too many competing priorities. So establish a home base in your favorite location or locations and build generational wealth. That is the mission. So I could go into each of these 5 sections in way more depth, but I'll leave it here for now. So in summary, find the right destination for you, book the damn flight, prepare for your travel, build once you land, and explore and establish a home base. So what do you think? Have you already made the leap? And was it easier or harder than how I laid it out here? Leave a comment below and let me know.